Hey everyone, it's Lissette here and welcome back to another video on my channel. So in this video, I have these set of nails that I did exactly 4 weeks ago. So she is back and she wants to get them just filed down because she wants a new design. So I don't have the original footage for these nails, but I do have some Instagram photos if y'all want to check that out. Go to my Instagram. So we are going to, I am taking my 5-in-1 extra coarse drill bit and I'm filing it back to its thinnest layer. So right now what that means is I'm just trying to remove as much of this white builder gel products off to put the new design on. I'm not taking every single thing off. I am leaving some behind, but I'm just trying to take majority of it off. And I am using this at 15,000 RPM. So as you can see, she is missing her middle nail. She said that it had popped off and she's not even sure why. I'm not even sure why because all of her other nails are fully intact. But stuff happens. So I do end up leaving all of the filing in. A lot of you requested for me to keep it in and not cut it out. So feel free to skip ahead if you are one of those very few people who doesn't like the filing piece. So as you can see, I did have to turn my dust collector to its side. This is the MelodySusie 2-in-1 dust collector. This is the one that comes with the hand drill. I don't use the hand drill because all of the plugs are on the right side, and since I'm a lefty, it's a little harder for me to take the wire and run it across. It just annoys me. So the drill I'm using is the Sparkle Pro by MelodySusie. Now with the dust collector, the only thing that's bothering me a lot about this dust collector is the buttons. The buttons are touch screen, so I'm constantly hitting it by mistake. If I'm having it the normal way, my chest area sometimes gets in the way and it touches it, and then it'll turn off and on the machine automatically for me. Sometimes it'll slow down the fan. And now that I turned it to its side, now my wrist is getting in the way. So now my wrist is constantly hitting the button. So that's just the most annoying part about it. And that's probably the only thing that I would probably complain about this dust collector. When you're doing nails, you want to feel comfortable in where your arm placement is. And by me using this dust collector, I don't really feel comfortable. It makes me feel awkward, the position I have to kind of be in just to, use my drill. Alright, so from there, I am coming in with my 180 grit hand file, and I am going along the sidewalls and the free edge, and I'm just making it straight. Once you try to remove all of the products, your base layer or the tip itself, it starts to look a little funky when you don't have any product on it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to bring back the original shape that she had. After that, I'm going to take this cuticle pusher and I'm going to push her cuticles back. Now, I did not get this cuticle pusher from Amazon, but I will find one exactly like it on Amazon. I think I bought this in my local beauty supply store. But her cuticles wasn't bad at all, so that's why I didn't go in automatically with a needlepoint drill bit. I ended up going in with my ball drill bit. So like I said, the cuticle wasn't bad, so that's why I went straight in with this bit, and I'm going around that cuticle, and this is just going to buff away those extra, you know, cuticle that's just like hanging and like shouldn't be there. From there, I'm going in with my 180 sanding band, and I'm going to go around her cuticle area, and I'm really focusing on that new growth, removing any shine from it, and as well as just blending in a little bit of that leftover gel that I had left behind. And I am using this at 5,000 RPM. So coming back to that middle nail, I am adding a tip. I do measure it from sidewall to sidewall first before gluing it down. And now after gluing it, I'm just going in and cutting it down and then cutting the sidewalls as well to match the shape that she already has. I do go in with a 180 grit hand file to blend the sidewalls as well as the top into the natural nail, and then also just to scratch up that surface of the tip so the gel can stick to it. Coming in with Mia's Secret's nail prep, I'm going to dehydrate her nails, and then I'm going to go in with clear rubber base, and I'm going to apply that to that cuticle section, the new growth, as well as the entire nail. Adding a thin layer, and then I will be curing this for 60 seconds in my LED UV nail lamp. So from there, I'm going to go in and add a hard gel. This is the Nude Gel Pot number 4. It's a really pretty peach color. And this is the same color that I'm going to use to build up the products, but I like to first add a thin layer, and I do this to all of the nails, and then I cure this for at least 30 seconds, and that's when I come back and build up the product. After I did a quick cure, I'm going to take more of that same Nude Gel Pot number 4, and this is where I start building up the product. Now the design she wanted an angle throughout all of her nails, and that angle is going to have red glitter in it. This is the design that we both actually came up with. and then that middle nail is going to be a full coverage of glitter. But for now, I am making sure I'm getting close to that cuticle section, and as I work my way down with the gel, I try to keep it to one side and then swipe away, leaving that corner hollow, because that's where that glitter is gonna go. Now I do flip her finger upside down because I felt like the product was spreading into her cuticle section, as well as that negative space that I wanted clear. And then I flash cured it really fast. After I flash cure it, I do go in with a second layer, and this is just to build up the product a little more because I wanted that corner to have a really sharp edge, because we are going to go back and file it straight. So after I do one nail, I move on to the next nail, and I do one nail at a time. And after, once again, I do that first layer, I go back, I cure it, and I come back to that same nail and I add a second layer just to build up the product. I do this to all of the nails except for that middle nail, because that middle nail is going to be a full coverage of the red glitter we're going to use. I'm not sure if I already said this, but before moving on to the next nail, I do cure each nail for at least 30 seconds, and that's when I start on the next nail. After I do all of the nails, I do cure it for a full 60 just to make sure each nail is fully cured. I am deciding to leave the entire gel application process in. Sometimes during videos I do like to cut certain sections off just to speed it up, so the video is not so long. But with this one, I decided to keep every single layer that I put on in the video. So once again, if you want to just skip through it, be my guest. But for those of you that are trying to learn and physically see the full process, just keep watching. So now that that part is done, I'm going in with some alcohol and a lint-free wipe, and I'm removing that sticky layer that's left behind after you've cured it. From here, I'm going in with my 100-180 grit hand file, and I'm going to start sharpening that angle that we created. And I want this to be a really crisp line, so I'm really going in there and trying to make sure it is straight. And then as I'm doing it, I couldn't really tell how straight it was, so you are going to see me wipe it in between, just to clean off the dust to see how straight I got it. So from there, I'm going to be applying some clear IBD hard gel to those diagonal sections that we created. And then I am also going to be applying it to the full entire middle nail. Now, I don't cure it. I leave it uncured because we are going to be applying glitter to it. Now, this glitter is from Set's Nail Co. and it's called Santa Baby. And it is so freaking pretty. This glitter has like fine and medium-sized glitter chunks in it. It's super, super pretty. It's such a pretty glitter mix. So I go in and I start pouring it on top of that uncured gel, and I start tapping it in, making sure it is getting stuck to that gel because I don't want any empty spaces. And before curing, I just make sure the surface of those nails are clean and gel is not stuck to the top surface, only on those corners. When it came to the middle nail, I pushed in the glitter so it wasn't like touching her cuticle, and then it'll just cure in place like that. So I did cure it for a full 60 seconds. After curing the glitter in place, I go back in with some clear IBD hard gel and start encapsulating the glitter in. For this, I'm focusing more so just on that glitter section, and then I just do a very thin layer on top of that nude color. But I do one nail at a time, and I only flash cure it for about 30 seconds before I move on to the next nail. From there, I'm going in with some alcohol and a lint-free wipe, and I'm removing that sticky layer that's left on the surface of the nail after you've cured them. From there, I'm going in with my 180 grit hand file, and I'm going to start filing the side walls and the free edge straight. After that, I'm taking my fine taper drill bit, and this is where I start focusing around that cuticle section, making sure it is sealed, and then I go down all over on top of the nail, and this is where I really start to file it and shape it into the shape that I want. I'm removing any kind of bulky sections that I see and just making sure that there is a smooth surface on top. And with this, I'm using this at 13,000 RPM. Once I am happy and satisfied with the shape of the nails, I go in with my white buffing block and I start buffing over the surface smooth. After that, I go in with some alcohol and I brush and I really scrub the surface, removing any kind of dust. And then last step is top coat, and this top coat is glass finish by Mia Secret, and it's actually starting to be one of my favorite top coats. But once I apply it to all of the nails, I do a final cure for 60 seconds. And this is the final look. She was super happy with how they came out. You know, if you want to add some bling to it, this is something that you could easily add some bling and just dress it up even more. She liked it just as is. She usually goes more towards the basic side, so this was a little bit out of her comfort zone. Still simple, but that red just makes everything pop. Let me know what you guys think. As always, thank you everyone for taking the time out to watch this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media accounts, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next one.